Welcome dear students, welcome to for public school e-learning class 8. This is your chemistry subject. You're learning chapter number 2, that is structure of atom, and I'm your teacher Yamna Khan. So in this video we'll be discussing the exercise. Take out page number 60 of your books. Let's start. Choose the correct option. First one is the maximum number of electrons in the third energy level is, the third energy level is, first one is K, then L, and then M. So in M shell, there are 18 electrons. Now come to the next one. Mass of an atom is mostly due to its nucleus, neutrons, electrons or protons. Nucleus is the correct option. Why? Because nucleus contains both the protons and neutrons, and mass number is equal to protons plus neutrons. Next one is, if Rutherford had used neutrons instead of alpha particles, which is having double positive charge, in his scattering experiment, the neutrons would, first one, not deflect because they have no charge, have deflected more often, have been attracted to the nucleus easily, have been given the same result. अगर हम neutrons use करते तो इनमें से कौन सा होता? That would be first one, not deflect because they have no charge. ठीक है? All of them are incorrect. न्यूट्रॉन्स पर कोई भी चार्ज नहीं होता, तो ना तो अट्रैक्ट होते ना ही फिर डिफ्लेक्ट होते. The next one is, electron in its ground state does not spin, revolve, radiate energy, reside in orbit. The correct option is C. Why? Ground state जो होता है, ground state का मतलब है कि as long as electron is revolving in its own orbit or shell, जब तक वो अपने शेल में रिवॉल्व करता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड इट्स ओन ग्राउंड स्टेट. मतलब वो कहीं और जंप नहीं कर रहा होता किसी और लेवल पे या किसी और ऑर्बिट पे वो जंप नहीं कर रहा. दैट इज इट्स ग्राउंड स्टेट. सो एज लॉन्ग एज इलेक्ट्रॉन इज रिवॉल्विंग इन इट्स ग्राउंड स्टेट, इट डज नॉट रेडिएट एनर्जी. नेक्स्ट वन इज, विच स्टेटमेंट अबाउट दीज टू इज फॉल्स. इनमें से कौन सा इन दोनों के बारे में गलत है? They are isotopes. This is correct. As you can see them, 6 and 6. This is showing the Z. मतलब ये आपको atomic number show कर रहे हैं. If the atomic numbers is same and mass number is different, these are the isotopes. All right. So first one is correct. They are the same elements. Of course, they are the same elements having different isotopes. They have the same number of electrons. Yes, they have the same number of electrons. That is why they have the same atomic number. The next one is, they have the same number of neutrons. No, this one is the false one. Why? Because they have the different mass number, and mass number is different. Why? Because of the difference in the number of neutrons. So D option is the right one. Now come to the next one. The neutron particle has mass equal to that of an electron. No, this is incorrect. It has mass approximately equal to that of a proton. Yes, ये दोनों proton and neutrons nucleus में होते हैं, and they have approximately equal mass. Has charge equal to and opposite to that of an electron? No, इस पे कोई charge नहीं होता है, and has a positive charge. That is also incorrect. So the correct option is B. The next one is, isotopes of the same element have same number of protons. This one is correct. Number of protons and electrons are same in the isotopes. They have same number of neutrons. No, they have different number of neutrons. That is why they have different mass number. Different number of electrons. No, they have the same number of electrons and protons and same mass number. No, all of these three are incorrect. This one, A option, is the correct option. Now come to page number 61. Which one is the lightest in them? An alpha particle? No, an alpha particle is having double positive charge. And a hydrogen atom? No. An electron or a proton? ये तीनों incorrect हैं. An electron is the lightest particle, and you've already learned that a proton is 1837 times heavier than an electron, और फिर तो इसके पास double charges हैं, and a hydrogen atom भी नहीं होता. So इसमें से सिर्फ electron जो है, that is the lightest particle. So C option is correct. Now the next one, the nucleus of an atom has all the following characteristics except that. इसमें न्यूक्लियस की ये सारी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं, एक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इसमें गलत है. Which one is that? It is positively charged. Yes, this is true. It is very dense. Yes, this is also true क्योंकि इसमें protons भी होते हैं, neutrons भी होते हैं. It contains nearly all the atom's mass. Yes, this is true because mass number is equal to the number of protons and neutrons. The last one is, it contains nearly all the atom's volume. No, this one is incorrect. Why is it incorrect? Because the volume of an atom is due to the shells and the electrons in them. The positive nucleus is in between, which is small in size, but it contains nearly all the atom's mass, but it doesn't contain all the atom's volume. So D option is incorrect. Now come to the last one. L subshell. L shell has how many subshells? S, S and P, S, P and D, or S, P, D and F. As you already know that L subshell has 8 electrons total. So how many subshells can you adjust? S and P only, because S contains 2 electrons and P contains 6 electrons. So when you add them, you will get 8. So only these 2 subshells can be adjusted in the L shell. Now come to the next page, that is page number 62. Complete the following table for neutral atoms of specific isotopes. Now the first isotope is given, that is xenon. 131 is the mass number, which is represented by A, and 54 that is given is the atomic number, which is represented by Z. So it is easy to derive all of them. Atomic number is 54, as you can see here. Mass number is 131, and the number of protons is derived from the atomic number. Why? Because atomic number is either the number of proton or number of electron. तो atomic number अगर 54 है, it means कि number of protons भी 54 हैं और number of electrons भी 54 ही होंगे. Number of neutrons. How do you find the number of neutrons? This is the formula. Number of neutrons is equal to A minus Z. A is the mass number minus atomic number. Mass number is 131 and you will subtract 54 from it, so you will get 77. That is the number of neutrons. The next one is cobalt, and the atomic number is 27 and mass number is 59, which is already given. Alright, now if the atomic number is 27, it means the number of protons and electrons both are 27 and 27, and you already know how to find the number of neutrons. You have to subtract 29, you have to subtract 27 from the 59, so you will get the number of neutrons. Let's move on to the next one. Mass number is given and number of neutron is given to you. So with the mass number you can find out with the mass number and the number of neutrons you can find out the atomic number, derived from the formula of finding the number of neutrons. So Z is equal to, if you rearrange it, you will get Z is equal to A minus number of neutrons. So if you subtract the number of neutrons from the mass number, you will get the atomic number. So if the atomic number is 60, it means this is this one element, and you will get the number of protons and the number of electrons as well. Now let's look at the next one. This is titanium. 22 is given, so you can easily find this out in the periodic table. Now 48 is the mass number. How did you find it? You have to find out the mass number by adding the number of protons and number of electrons. Alright, so if this is already given to you atomic number, so it means the number of protons is also 22, number of electrons is also 22. So if you add them, you will get 48, and the number of neutrons is already given to you. The next one is, they have given you 72, the number of electrons. If they have 72 electrons, it means they have 72 protons and they have 72 atomic number. And 72 atomic number is having the hafnium. Now 106 is already given to you, that is the number of neutron, and you have to find out the mass number. Mass number is found out when you add number of protons and number of protons and the number of neutrons. Now come to the next one. The next one is having mass number 128 and number of proton is given to you, that is 52. So it means 52 will be the number of electrons and 52 will be the atomic number. So how you are going to find the number of neutrons? Through this A minus Z. If you subtract 52 from 128, you will get 76, that is the number of neutrons. Now the next one is, you have been given with 18 the number of protons and number of neutrons, that is 22. If 18 is the number of protons, we already know that the number of electrons and protons are equal, so it means 18 will be the number of electrons, and either number of protons and number of electrons is equal to the atomic number. So this will always this will also be 18. Now what you have to do, you have to find the mass number. How do you find the mass number? Mass number is found out when you add the number of protons and number of neutrons, because both of them are present in the nucleus. So 18 plus 22 makes 40, which is the mass number. And through 18, that is the atomic number, we found out that this is the element, that is argon. So this is the end of chapter number 2. I hope you understood all of the topics very well. The other questions in the exercise have been explained and solved in your notes. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.